What's up, everybody? It's your brother from another, Brother Maze, y'all. Now listen, we are visual. We are visual. We've been saying this for a minute. We gonna get visual. We visual. So, like I'm saying, I'm only one half of the Lock and Loaded show, and of course, you know my other half. That is Jace, Janae. What's going on, Jace?
What's up, y'all? I'm over here on the side of the camera. It's
Yeah,
okay.
you
I'll show
can't
my
see it right
face.
now.
I'll show my face soon enough.
There you go. That's what we're talking about. Hey, y'all, just listen real quick. We vibing out. If you're looking over to my left here, your right, it is, yes, it is the one and only Coach TK,
Oh
Mr.
man.
Tyrell Hemingway.
Hey man.
He's joined us in the house today because today's show is talking about coaching through adversities.
You
You know what
know,
I'm saying?
first of all, I just want to give a shout out to everyone back here,
Go ahead,
man.
man.
That literally is just giving me the opportunity, seeing the growth, seeing the value, but also just giving me the opportunity to showcase what I can bring here.
Hey
You know.
y'all, listen, hold up. Here's the thing. He don't know this. We coming right back. He gonna talk more about what he can bring to the table. But at the end of the day, listen, this is the Lock and Loaded Show. We are sitting here on episode. That's right, episode 7. That's right. We've been here 7 weeks, y'all.
That's
We
right.
7 weeks. And we are here doing what we do best, of course. And with that being said, we're gonna come back after a couple of these nice little tunes, and we're gonna come right back talking about coaching through diversity with the one and only Tyrell Hemingway, aka Coach TK.
You got that right, man.
All right. All right, everybody, what's up? You already know it's your brother from another, Brother Mays of the Lock and Loaded Show. Obviously, my other half is behind the wheels, you know, the one that make it go is Jace Janae. And hey, listen, y'all, we started off talking about who's in the house. Let me reintroduce you. I got Tyrell Hemingway, the one and only Coach TK. Hey, a lot of middle schoolers, I know y'all like, man, that's Coach, that's Coach, that's Coach. That's right. I'm gonna let him tell you a little bit more about who he is, but I'm gonna ask you this question, man. Who are you, man? Because a lot of people will say, man, I see this brother. He's always doing stuff with the kids.
Right.
He's here, he's there. But tell people who you are.
I'm a 33-year-old man in America.
Oh, okay.
I'm somebody that I was blessed enough to be able to have the opportunity to have parents, coaches older than me, as well as family members just pour into me and exert all their energy because they saw something in me that I didn't see. So I have this opportunity and like you said, man, I'm from Miami, Florida.
Bruh, we gonna talk about that.
We
He's
will.
from Miami, my second home, y'all. It's all good. But here's the thing, man. You know, when I asked that question, because here's what I got, and this is how I actually met Tyrell. Um, my son, you know,
Yeah,
was here for the summer,
absolutely.
and you know, he decided he didn't want to play basketball. He wanted to just focus on his body. Now,
True.
I'll tell you the reason why here in a minute.
Mhm.
He wanted to focus on getting really developed, and here it is. He goes to this basketball camp, Bulldog camp, right?
Absolutely.
And he meets you, and he comes back, and you know, I'm like, son, how'd it go? Man, this is coach. Coach, he looked like he called me coach too. He looked like a football player, but he plays basketball, but he teaches this and he's good. He's good, Dad. And I'm like, okay, I get it, I get it, I get it. But here was the thing. When I walked in the door and I seen him, I said, I know I've seen this man before. You got history.
I do.
You've been in Springfield for a minute.
I went to college here in 2010 at Evangel
Yes.
and left in 2013 and went to Graceland
Oh, you didn't tell
2015.
me you transferred to Graceland.
I had to. I had to get the degree.
You had to go ahead and get that
I
degree.
had to
I'm mad
finish.
at you. I'm mad. I'm not.
I'm
Cause
things happen.
see y'all. Here's what y'all don't understand. So he was part of the Hat Conference. If y'all don't know anything about NAIA football, they were the second place team behind me when I played at Baker University. All right, Wildcats in the house. What's up? What's up? It's all good. You know I was gonna get you on that one,
You
right?
got it. You got it. You
No, no,
won
no,
it.
no, no. But you went to Vangel. So I want before we get to the Grayson part. Vangel's big on getting Florida people. Let's be real.
Yep.
They came and got you.
Yeah. I think it had to do with my own faults.
Your own fault?
Yes.
How explain that?
So as a senior in high school, I was the eighth fastest 100-meter and ninth fastest 200-meter in the state of the United States in general.
I know that because I did my research.
And
Yeah, go ahead. No, that's real
so
talk.
I
That's real
had all
talk.
these great aspirations, great accomplishments,
Mhm.
but I wasn't being a student athlete.
Gotcha.
I wasn't putting school in front of balancing
Mhm.
my athletics.
Yeah.
No coaches when I grew up,
Mhm.
I graduated 2010. And no coaches would ever just
Mhm.
say, "You know what? We'll still work with you."
Right.
Because I was around a time where you didn't have that 2.5 or that 2.0 or
Mhm.
any of those C averages
Mhm.
that we ask our kids now to
Mhm.
just balance and maintain.
Mhm.
I decided to be a senioritis.
It's interesting you say that because when you talk about being that student athlete and yeah, you came out in 2010. Obviously, I'll let y'all know. Okay, I didn't move back to the field until 2015, but from the time I was down there, the 20 years I was down there,
Right.
I coached.
Right.
I coached Miami Central High School, national known team, championships. I also coached in the academic life. I had my own tutoring program. And one reason your name pops up is because I remember your coach said to me, there's this young man you need to meet. I was supposed to meet you, and we never met.
Are we talking about Fred Foyle?
You already talking, man. Come on.
Wow. Wow.
I really need to find out how he's doing, man. That was a good conversation.
Man, RIP Fred Foyle.
Yeah.
He passed away a few years
Oh
ago.
my God.
Um,
Wow.
but what we do at Columbus in
Yeah.
Miami
Yep.
is we always value and we show love to those adults, those people that poured into
Yeah. Yeah.
our lives. So they have they have literally a whole pig roasting in honor of him. They have a beer off
Yep.
in honor of Fred, and he was the one coach. In the times that I got to see him after
Mhm.
I graduated high
Yeah.
school, he would literally say, "You still didn't want to run the 400." And I got to the point where I said to him, I said,
My God.
Coach
Yeah.
Foyo, I wish I would have ran it at least two
Yeah.
times in my years because yes, I ran 10 fours. Yes, I
Yeah.
ran 21
Yeah.
threes. I wonder where I could be
Yeah.
if I just decided to run a 400
Yeah.
for districts, for SNSs. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
So RIP, Foyo, Adelante to everybody at Columbus, man. Super
Yeah.
proud of you guys and love seeing you guys grow. But it's so funny that you just mentioned one of my favorite coaches.
Yeah.
You know,
I met Coach Fred. Man, wow. We was actually at a coaching convention,
hmm
and he saw me. He's like, "Man, you coach for the Rockets?" I'm like, "Yeah, I coach for the Rockets." By that time, I was fading out. I was moving out of the coaching aspect with the high schools. I was transitioning into the colleges as far as academics, teaching. Actually, at Miami Dade College.
right?
Spent
Yep,
a lot of time at North Campus,
yep.
West Campus as
Yes,
well,
sir. Yes,
and
sir.
everything. And so, obviously, because when you start talking about student athletes and you start talking about the transition into being a serious athlete, taking your academics seriously,
Yeah.
I knew that my coaching had to change. Obviously, you know how they graded schools down there, A, B, C, D. the school I came into at the time, and was an F school. We had something there. It was a state exam. Used to be called the
FCAT.
FCAT. Yeah,
FCAT.
FCAT. Before that, it was the HSCCT or
Yep.
whatever. And so I was part of that transition. I wanted to kind of go back that way because I need people to understand when we say who you are, it's like where you come from. Because when I did my research and I knew you were this athlete that was on the verge of just breaking records, something happened. And obviously that something was you transitioned. You went into obviously you came up here to Evangel. To know that you came up here to Evangel and you came up to my hometown, what was so interesting is that it was my hometown.
Mhm.
And I said, man, I said, I can't wait to actually really meet him when I go back. And
Right.
here it is, we meet what 12 years later, 15 years later, somewhere in there.
I'm the same
You
goofball, man.
same
Like
dude,
I'm
man.
I'm the same guy, man. Like, I was raised from my mom raising two children. I'm
Yeah.
I'm the oldest. And, you know, until I got a chance to get my restricts,
Right, right,
right?
right.
I'm getting up 3 o'clock in the morning, getting dropped off to my grandmother's house just to go back to sleep for 2 hours to get
Right,
up.
right.
And we're talking about since third grade all the way to high school until I did get my restricts,
Yeah, yeah.
until my mom did buy me a car
Right.
because of what I was doing grade wise,
Mm,
academically.
mm.
You know, my mom is one of the biggest support systems in my
Come
life.
on now. Big ups
Um,
to the moms.
big ups, and I'm thankful enough that my dad is also. Shout out to my dad, happy 58th birthday, because your
Okay.
birthday is today as well. I called you,
Happy birthday, pops.
happy birthday,
Birthday.
Hermit, and you talking about 137 in the Grove. That's
Man, what you talking
he
now?
from the Grove now.
He from the Grove?
Yes, he is.
Oh man,
Yes,
y'all
he
got on the.
is.
You talk about culture in the Grove, man. I call it Bahamian heaven.
Yes, it
It is
is.
what it is. Junkanoo. What you know
Ah,
about
hey,
Junkanoo, bruh? Hey.
stop. Hey, don't do me like that. So I
You
think
know.
honestly, man, my success is more to my mom,
There
my
you go.
grandma, my granddad, my dad, my uncles,
Mhm.
everyone that saw that as us as coaches, we see the growth
Yeah.
in a lot of our students
Mm.
that they don't see in themselves.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And we can only drive them to the water as much as we can. They
There you
have to
go.
choose to drink it.
Yeah.
And sometimes it gets unfortunate because, sometimes they don't have a team. Sometimes they don't have uh consecutive people that they can rely on,
Support system.
a support
Yeah.
system.
Exactly.
And I feel like, who I am is a person that just I've lived up here 2010. Been here since 2013. Left, got my degree because
Mm.
if I could have just went home in Miami and made money and
Yeah.
been a
Yeah.
coach at my high schools and all that,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, I'm still a dad of a 12-year-old child.
Come on now. Come
So
on.
I sacrifice everything from Miami to be in Springfield, Missouri, just so I can see my daughter sprain an ankle, or maybe she just wants, hey, dad, can you come to my last game? She's in the seventh grade. She
Right.
goes to
Right.
Fairgrove.
Okay. Okay.
So anytime my daughter's asking me, dad, can you do this, do that? I'm there for you because
Yeah.
I wouldn't be in Springfield, Missouri if she was not existent.
You know, and your story is so similar to a lot of young men, especially African American men that I've seen here over the years. I grew up actually when I was in college. Played against a guy named Anthony Ray, and he's a Hall of Famer now, Parker, Florida.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he has daughters, kids that was raised here as well. And what was so interesting about his story, it was a lot like yours. High school, one of the best players in the state, uh, and had all that talent. But when guys like yourself, there's a drive. There's a particular drive, and I don't say that no one else possesses that,
Right,
but I'm talking to somebody who teaches that.
right.
You teach that drive. Talk about the culture shock because coming from Miami to the field, it's a culture shock.
Yeah, I could talk
And
about some
you
culture
can talk
shock
about
too.
that too, Jace. Hey, listen, you coming from the VA, right? It
North Carolina and
North
VA.
Carolina. There you go.
Hey,
Appreciate the
hey, nothing
thanks.
wrong
Thanks
with
for the
that.
clarification. I mean, again, it's a culture shock. But here's the thing I find out about those who make it here. Something keeps them here. Talk about that and how your mentality was able to be transparent, especially with these young kids that you work with.
Well, before talking about the young kids, I'll just talk about it's cheaper to live up here.
Amen. My
Big
property
amen to
tax back
that.
in the
You said
day,
I,
boy.
you said what?
I said big amen to
What
that.
you
It
talking?
it is very cheaper. You can establish a foundation
Yeah,
here in the field opposed to being in Miami.
there you go.
And when I mean foundation wise, I think honestly it is I have solidified my daughter's like lifestyle.
There you go.
Like she ain't got we ain't taking out loans.
There you go.
We ain't got time to play.
There you go.
I done did it. I done went through it. I know what I need to do to make sure that you are not going through that.
Hmm.
Because as you get older, you're going to have these things. So piggybacking off of you saying, the culture shock. Well, I could be a thou wow with you, right?
Man, this is
Hmm.
100.
The
This is
very
open court, baby.
okay.
This is open
So
court.
so I drove up here. My mom, my dad, my grandma, my granddad, my sister. We drove from Miami, Florida,
Hmm.
the day before I had to register to camp at Evangel.
On 19 and a half hours. There
Yes,
you go. I
we did
know.
it. We did it straight.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That was my 18th birthday.
Don't play.
I had to be up here. You too? Oh. I had to be up here. I
Mhm.
had to be up here
Right.
on my birthday. So the culture shock was already there
There you go.
because I'm not able to enjoy my birthday,
Hmm.
but also I'm not realizing, man, this is some sacrifices that as a
Mhm.
young becoming grown man, you
Mhm.
got to do.
Right.
So we're on the road, we're getting up here. The culture shock was really when I went to what's this place? Orange Leaf on the south side.
Yeah. Yeah.
I went
Yeah.
to Orange Leaf on the south side. It was a bunch of us, Florida and Texas people, because,
Yeah.
like you said,
I
they
already
do
know.
recruit a lot of Miami and
Yeah.
Floridians, but they
Yeah.
also go down south again and they go and get some Texas
Oh yeah,
guys.
they get the best of the
They
best.
get
I
the
get it.
best of the best.
They
So
get it.
we were so thankful that during that time that we're on campus, and it's only the athletes.
Yeah.
We all, we go and we have lunch in the cafeteria and then it's dinner and da 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 da. But then everyone's like, we should go get some ice cream. You guys are new here, so let's go
Right.
get some ice cream.
Right.
So I would tell you the first very racial encounter I had up here
Oh please.
was the second week that I was here in Springfield in 2010.
Okay.
And it wasn't someone speaking out loudly. It was me and a group of our guys, freshman
Hmm.
recruits,
Hmm.
as well as the people that had cars and they drove us to go.
Hmm.
We had two F-150s revving their cars, their trucks,
Oh yeah.
around the parking lot for about 10 minutes
Hmm.
because we're sitting outside and we're just eating our.
Hmm.
I don't even know. Is orange leaf ice cream or is it not?
You know, it's a mix of yogurt and what is that?
Froyo? Is that what
It,
y'all?
it,
Is
it's
that what
some.
people
I
It's
think
call
something
it?
it's
kind of like.
froyo.
It's kind of like a yogurt, ain't it?
Yeah, frozen yogurt.
Frozen yogurt.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So after doing all of those
Mhm.
donuts, and then you park in the far right corner,
Right.
and then you send your girlfriends,
Right.
and we can tell. First of all, you're all in high school. You're
Right.
driving dad's
Right.
truck. You're doing this for the fashion,
Right.
and you send your girlfriends to go pick up 4 orders.
Yeah.
That was my first cell shock. But because of who I am,
Right.
where I was raised, where I was exposed to a lot of different conversations from my mom, grandparents, my dad
Hmm.
to prepare me for this
Hmm.
or those moments, I kind of laughed at it, man.
Yeah. You saw something, and I think one of the things that you're not talking about, but you're alluding to, is you were already used to this, and let me tell you why. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Miami is so together. Let me give it this way: every borough is a you got Haitians, you got Bahamians, you got Jamaicans, you got Cubans, you got the Puerto Ricans.
Hmm.
It's almost like a smaller New York.
Mhm.
I'm just
Okay.
being real.
That's the truth.
But each of those cultures have their differences.
Mhm.
And then you got your African Americans itself,
Mhm.
wherever you come from. You got your European whites. you were coming to an area where that was reduced.
Yeah.
So if you heard it, you heard it.
Non-existent. Sorry.
It was that
I said dang near non-existent.
that part. But here's the thing, and here's the reason why, because your mentality was already set. Your standard was already set. Did you feel like, wow, this is what I got to get used to for the next 4 years? Or was it, I'm here for a purpose?
Oh no, I was definitely there for a purpose
Thank you.
because of the simple fact that, like you mentioned, I'm from Miami, Florida. I'm from Florida.
Right.
Bigger city, bigger population.
Mhm.
For those, for people that go to clubs out here in Springfield, stop going to them because it's not fun and you get in trouble more times than you have fun. Um, I'm from a place where I was already going to clubs
Mhm.
as a freshman in high school.
Mhm.
I was hanging out with my varsity offensive linemen,
Mhm.
and they were taking care of me, making sure that I got back home.
Right.
And they went and did extras, whatever they wanted to do.
Right.
So yes, I definitely can tell you that this wasn't much of a shell shock to me
Mhm.
because I was already a part of hanging out and doing the fun stuff at
You
a
grew up a
young
little bit
age.
sooner.
I
in
grew up
those
way
areas.
sooner.
Yeah, I got it.
But I will tell you, one of the shell shocks here was kind of just like staying to myself.
Gotcha.
Where sometimes it can get like, I don't always want to say hi to everybody
Right.
because sometimes I need time to breathe to myself because I'm here in Springfield. I'm from Miami, Florida.
Right. Hey, y'all, listen. This is the Lock and Loaded Show. You are listening to our first visual, our first visual podcast. And of course, I got my special guest over here, Coach TK, aka Tyrell Hemingway. We're talking about coaching through adversities, and we're going to get into the meat of the questions. I want you to think about this before we come back to you, and this is especially for my audience here. When you are transitioning in a new place, what role do you really take so that transition turns out the way you want it?
Oh, I like that one.
All right, y'all.
Like, subscribe.
There you go. Um, I love that. I'm Brother Mays, one half of the Lock and Loaded Show. We'll be right back.
Woo.
Shaking my smile in the mirror, is it real, is it fake? Only I can decide. 2 a.m., can't close my eyes, I'm locked in this room. I might just go for a ride. Raytown Road, empty, I'm all alone. Turn off my headlights, wiping the tears from my face before I see you. Girl, you can't see me cry. Turning the lights back on, girl, you see my smile. I told you I'm fine, I can't hide it all. Sometimes life is hard, just know that I tried. Who do you confide in? Who you got listening to your problems? Have you ever been lowest? I've been leaning on the edge, trying to avoid the fall. I've been sleeping more, I guess I'm trying to avoid it all. But I'm never sleepy, I just like living better when I'm dreaming. Got in the field training day, I'm eating how. Admitted a lot of players in the game feel like they needed somebody to blame. Feel like we animals while we try taming the temptation. If you miss me, just say that. I don't like all the gossip, the way that the people around me, they carry themselves. If it's sad, baby, I had to go. I made some friends, they ain't last. Now in the end, I'm all alone. Check on your homies, check on your brothers, check on your sister, check on your mother, check on your lovers, check on your haters and those who judge you. Checking those big smiles inside ugly X-rays. From my broken heart, need a band-aid. And my last one for the tears, I'm never. Messages erased, I can't even say what I wanna say to you. I admit it, I'm a mess. Ain't we all a mess? And don't we need a check? Not that kind of check. Think I need a check. I've been broke, babe, I'm a wreck. Broke, babe, I'm a wreck. And I feel like nothing's working. I feel like nothing's left. Is this the end? The intermission. I need a minute. Can you check up on me? Check up on me.
what's up, everybody? It's your brother from another here, one half of the Lock and Loaded show. You already know. I got my special guest in the house, Tyrell Hemingway, aka Coach TK.
Thank you, man.
We're talking about coaching through adversities. And we kind of want to go back a little bit, man, because we talked off air a little bit.
Yeah.
Obviously, before the break, we were transitioning into your culture shock when you came to the field, coming from a large city like Miami, Florida, and of course, you get you get here, and of course you saw that it wasn't that much different. It was just a matter of mentality. But when you get here, you're here at a private school, Christian based school.
Curfew.
Oh, you ain't never
You
looked.
had a curfew.
I'm just gonna be real with y'all. That was the reason why I didn't go to Evangel. I ended up going. No, I'm just messing with
Curfew?
Yeah,
you.
there was a
They had,
there was a curfew,
man.
and
Oh
then
nah.
there's still a curfew.
There's a story behind that one too.
They
Yeah.
would
I could tell you.
they would have lost me with that too.
Anyway, I, hey, I had a bye week. I had a bye week, and I came back home, and I hung out with my Evangel boys, and yeah,
Had to go night night.
man, when they told me it was a curfew, never mind. Anyway, that's a whole long story. But anyway, with, with that being said, uh, Coach TK really he comes he comes here with a lot to bring to the table, and one of the things he talks about was the transitioning, the culture shock itself. But what I really wanted to focus on right now, Coach, is you you had actually got here. You were determined because let's be real. If you know anything about Columbus High School, there's some discipline at that school within itself. Um, great atmosphere, great coaching, great student athletes. But now you're here in Springfield, you're at Evangel University. If not anything, the discipline itself is there. You're now becoming who you wanted to be.
Yep.
You are now choosing a career. Did coaching come into play while you was on the field or while you was off the field?
It's really tough for me to answer because I always wanted to be a veterinarian
Ooh, okay.
until I found out that sometimes you gotta put the animals down.
Yeah.
That hurt my
Yeah.
heart.
Yeah.
Um,
You're not the only one I've heard that before. Someone said that.
it
Yeah.
hurt my heart, and I always knew because of the friends that I kept with me, right? So like I
Right.
always had friends in elementary and middle school and high school, and they always would call me with their problems.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know how to take that. All I could do was just be a friend to them in their corner.
Right.
So I never really realized that I was learning how to be an advocate for a lot of people
There you go.
in my friend group that needed an advocate.
Right
So
there.
then as I transitioned to coming to Springfield, and yes, it was a roller coaster of how to handle the culture shock and yada yada yada. But I also knew that I got ears. So
Yeah.
I'm always gonna listen to somebody and I'm always gonna give them what they need to hear, not what they want to hear. I always,
Mhm.
so if you you wanna talk about coaching, I'm always gonna tell my kids what they need to hear, not what they want to hear.
Mhm.
I don't have time to tell them what they want to hear. They've
Right.
heard it, they've heard it for years.
I can piggyback on that because I've listened to you coach my son, and he would look at me sometimes and go, "Man, my dad told me the same thing." And and again, you mentioned about need over want. You're in this part of your life where you make the transition. Just fast forward a little bit. You get your degree, obviously transferred to Graceland, uh, come back to Springfield. You're making a family.
You want to know like the real?
I mean, no, you can tell me the real.
Okay, so I got kicked out of Evangel for having a child out of wedlock.
Ah,
So
okay.
I didn't get my degree.
There's some of those rules they coming alive
Yeah,
right now.
no, you're gonna hear those now. For those that I'm just saying. So
Yeah.
kicked out of Evangel 2013, having a child out of wedlock.
Mhm.
My daughter's grandmother is still the records holder there at Evangel.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure she has full free scholarship there to Evangel because
Mhm. All right, I
but
know. Yeah.
I was suspended.
Yeah.
I could have went home
Yeah.
to Miami,
Mhm.
made money,
And again,
saved.
this is adversities, y'all. He's talking about adversities because now you're coaching yourself as a man.
Absolutely.
Okay, come on now.
I could have easily went on the street.
Yeah. Yeah.
I could have easily been on the corner. But the one thing that my mom, my grandmother, my dad, my granddad, you make your bed, you lie in it.
There you go.
And there's no excuses for it.
Mhm.
So when I knew that my daughter's mom and I, we planned our child,
Mhm.
it wasn't no oopsie. We planned Mila.
Yeah.
I made her name because I always wanted to call my daughter Mila, my love.
Ooh, that's deep,
It
bro.
was
That's
just deep.
sweet. That's
That's
And
sweet.
deep.
then come to find out, as I look at the definition of Mila, it means merciful ray of sunshine.
There you go.
Wow.
I like that. I
So
like
I'm
that.
I'm even more elated
Mhm.
to be a dad.
Yeah.
And why would I sit in Miami, Florida when I have a beautiful child growing in a whole entire different place? I don't care if she was in China. My adversity at that moment was, what can I do to be back in my daughter's life?
Ooh.
Because I am literally working at Carter's baby store. I'm the
Wow.
general manager at Little Caesars as the assistant manager. I'm also the receiver coach at Sunset High School
Mm-hmm.
in Miami,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm still getting my grades.
Mm-hmm.
If that's not adversity, or if that's not people striving to be great every day, and if, like I said at the first few times we cut off,
Yeah.
I'm living in Springfield, Missouri from Miami, Florida.
Mm-hmm.
I have nothing else but to give everything I have to my daughter first.
Mm-hmm.
And if I choose to be a coach of any aspect, I'm asking for them to give me the same thing back.
Let's talk about that because here it is. Obviously, when I met you, you're dealing with kids, average age probably between 10 and 13 years of age. Um, my son was probably one of the oldest in your camp at the
Absolutely.
time. When I find out and I looked over, I said, well, wait a minute, this is the same guy I see on the sidelines of Pipkin Westport football team.
I'm there as
You
much as I
you're
can.
you're coaching football. You're obviously in these kids' lives. Talk about how you transitioned into this role, and what was it that connected you right away?
And now when you mean role, are you talking about just being
From a standpoint of a coach, because I know your background working with, and let's be honest, hey guys, CPO, Community Partnerships of the Ozarks, that's who helps us do this show. If I do not throw a line out to say thank you, I'm doing CPO some injustice.
we love you, Janet. We love you, Brooke. We love
We
you,
love
Justin. We
y'all.
love all you
We
guys at
love y'all,
CPO,
y'all.
man. We love you.
Hey, real talk. So, with that being said, you also work with CPO.
I do.
Talk about that whole transition, man, because it's like you everywhere, man.
I am so I do work. That is actually my job. So I
Yeah.
work at CPO, Community Partnership of the Ozarks. I'm a
Mhm.
student development specialist. So I mentor kids on the north side. I work at two elementary schools,
Yeah.
as well as I work at Pipkin as the middle school as well. But then also we're also a part of Brother to Brother and Sister to Sister,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
is getting off the ground. Sister Wise is going crazy,
There you go.
and shout out to the Sister to Sister sponsors and everything.
Big
Um,
shout out to y'all.
absolutely, because if it
Yeah.
wasn't for y'all, we wouldn't have Sister to Sisters. Brother to Brothers is where I go to Central
Uh-huh.
and I work with Coach Johnson.
There you go. Okay.
Um,
Shout
who,
out to Shim. All right.
yeah, shout out to you. Where we're trying to figure out is student led organizations
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
teaching kids from middle school, high school,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes college,
Mm-hmm.
how to orchestrate an entire meeting by themselves.
Okay.
As well, once a month on a Saturday, you get to network with somebody older than you,
Yeah.
and then you might possibly get an internship for that summer.
I read up on the program. I actually did my little research,
Mhm.
and I noticed how kids respond to you.
To me or the program?
No, no, listen, just listen, listen. To you is one thing, to the program is another. But I don't personally believe every child or every kid in this program jumps into the program without meeting who you are first. Does this make sense? Because I've heard people. I'll give you an example. I was actually at your practice one day, and I'm listening to the kids. I'm watching how you work with the kids. I'm seeing everything that I learned as a coach when I was, 20 so years ago.
Mhm.
At the end of the day, there's a relationship. Get where I'm going with this?
Yeah, I don't.
There,
Yeah,
there's a
yeah,
relationship that some people just don't have
yeah.
with these kids, but you have this relationship, and it comes with some respect.
Coach, I care.
Mm,
That's just it. I care.
yeah,
Like I don't have time to wait. Don't waste my time
yeah,
if I'm going from a coach's POV.
yeah,
Don't waste my time.
yeah.
But also, if I'm looking at it from a POV of my student athletes,
Hmm.
and I mean student athletes,
There you go.
don't waste your time. And I mean, it sucks sometimes
Yeah.
where some of our talented kids
Hmm.
could necessarily give up on themselves because they don't like the word no. That's not my fault. That ain't even no one else's fault. You
Right,
have to
right.
these individuals that claim that they want to play D1 at Alabama, play basketball, do
Come
all the
on now.
stop cap. Listen, guys and girls, stop capping and yo rapping. I'm being so serious.
Mm,
I've said it to a lot of you kids in practice. Stop capping and yo rapping because we see it
yeah.
and we done been around it. It's
You
hard,
you
man.
you're now you're touching into the meat. You know the whole vibe of why this show exists is gun violence reduction. And when you sit down and you talk about that or you try to understand what does that really mean, and I tell people this all the time. It doesn't matter if you're pulling the trigger, behind the trigger, or around the trigger, you're affected.
Say that.
That's facts.
I
You
need I
you
need y'all to hear that for real.
it doesn't matter if you are in front of the trigger, basically pulling the trigger, behind the trigger, in front of the trigger, around the trigger, you're affected.
You're triggered.
You're affected. I hear a gunshot in my neighborhood. It may not be coming towards me, but I'm affected.
It's
Hmm.
been let off. Why are we letting it off?
But here's the thing, because you started talking about this, and there's a mental, there's a mental gun violence going on. A lot of these kids in the middle schools, because see,
Oh yeah, you
something
hit
something
that.
that you're doing is what I came back to. Pipkin is my alma mater. I went back to Pipkin and I started a mentorship program. It was actually a program that I had in Miami. I just transitioned it to SPS, and I was allowed to come into the school and sit down with young men for about an hour, about 3 hours a week. And I was coming in and we were sitting down and we just talked. There was nobody getting in trouble for what they said, nothing like that. Now I'm providing an ear. There were so many kids who were talking about the violence as if they were the ones pulling the trigger, but they didn't realize that the trigger was their attitude. It was their mouth. It was putting themselves in places that they haven't never really been.
Basically, you're telling me is that you gave these young men barbershop talk.
Come on, man. Come on. Hey, real quick, y'all. I know y'all see the red cups. I just want to let y'all know. Kool-Aid.
It's literally Kool-Aid, guys.
Real talk. Kool-Aid in
It's
the house. What's
Kool-Aid.
up?
Cheers. It's
You know,
Kool-Aid, man,
had a little
guys.
mix, had to bring it. I didn't have nothing else to put in, so here it is. Ooh.
Just to let y'all know, they did
It's the
not
red
give
one
me
too.
any Kool-Aid.
It's the
They did
red one
not
too.
It's the
share.
red
It's
Kool-Aid,
the
y'all.
red one. So don't. I promise you, it's the red
Y'all,
one. But
y'all
yeah,
ain't bring me no Kool-Aid.
You know, there's a little bit left back there. It's kind of
Okay,
sweet.
I'll give me some.
It's all good. But real talk, y'all. This is an open court, and we're talking about it here. Because Coach, what I like about you is that
dang, he said he likes something about me. I'm
yeah.
scared now. I'm just playing,
No,
man.
real talk. But what I like about you, because I am in the community, and of course these kids and the parents, they trust me. And one thing that they say about you is that you're so real and you're down to earth. There's a lot going on. Let's be honest. In the neighborhood, in the area, there's a lot of transition.
Yeah.
Our
Yeah.
high school is
Yeah.
transitioning.
Yeah.
The high school I coach at is transitioning. There are certain levels of mentality, especially with the kids, that, and I know you know where I'm going with this,
Mhm.
they need to have some trust in someone. And you possess those qualities. I know coaching has really allowed you to develop and grow, but what is the secret? What is the here it is. What is the formula? Especially for
Okay.
that age group, because you're talking about middle schoolers. You're talking about kids who were coming in high school thinking they all that in a bag of chips. But
Oh
what is the
man.
formula, my brother?
Oh
Because I hear
man.
people say you say things and you bring these young men and women back to reality. What's the formula?
All right, we going. Yeah, we going straight to the.
We going to the meat.
We going to.
All right, I
We
tell
going
you
to.
what. I
Nah,
tell you
we
what.
going
Hey
straight
y'all.
to the ad.
Hey y'all. Hold on, y'all. Listen,
We going
listen.
to the ad right
Hey,
now.
no, right here. Check this out, y'all.
He got me sweating.
Hey, listen. I'm gonna let him answer that one. We coming right back to you. We're gonna take a quick break. We're gonna allow Jace to put some of that good music on because we having some fun. This is lock and loaded, y'all. Lock and loaded.
This is awesome.
It's all good. We'll be right back. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your brother from another, Brother Mays, one half of the Lock and Loaded show. Obviously, Jay's Janae behind the one and only the engineer in this
We here.
whole thing. And of course, we got our special guest in the house. If
Hey,
you've
what's
been
up?
listening, we got Tyrell Hemingway. Yes, Coach TK.
Hey, what's up, man?
Now,
Representing the CPO, man. What's going
you
on?
already know. Listen, y'all, before we went on break, I asked a question.
Hmm.
I asked Coach, what's the formula? Because when you're coaching in a venue of the middle school, that middle school age group, I just like to call it between 12 and 14 years of age, you gotta have it if you're gonna keep their attention.
What's it?
What is it that you do, my
Oh,
brother,
dang.
that literally has some of these kids talking about, oh, coach was right, you know?
I I I can't lie to you.
No, man, come on now.
I care.
Yeah.
I cared. I think about what my mom, my dad, my uncle,
Mm,
my granddad, my grandma that would tell me, hey, sooner or later, you're going to have to take care of this world.
yeah.
That was the one thing that I was listening to as a 12,
Yeah.
17-year-old. But I think, especially up here in Springfield, I
Mhm.
think what I do bring to the table that is different,
Mhm.
I'm not sugarcoating anything with parents nor students. I don't have time for it. We don't have time for it. For kids to say when they pay $335 for an AAU tournament for
Hey,
the
man.
weekend, right?
Sometimes a little more than that when you talking about.
A little,
I
a
I
little, a
I
little bit
got you. I
more.
got you.
What I'm doing is for free.
Yeah.
Bulldog basketball is free.
Yeah.
All we ask for is have good grades,
Yeah.
respect the household you leave from,
Mhm.
respect the school that you go to.
Mhm.
That's all we ask for.
Mhm.
Because if you give us that, we'll give you the whole world on a platter.
Yeah.
But sometimes kids don't like the word no.
Yeah.
And that
You,
typical
you you said that before, and I wanna piggyback off of that because saying no to kids today is like the roadblock.
for what reason though? Why should it even be a roadblock?
It shouldn't be. I mean, you and I grew up in I like to say you and I both grew up in a time where no was actually motivation. Am I correct?
I second that one
You know,
for
it,
sure,
it
for
was
sure,
motivation.
for sure.
It was motivation to do better.
Hmm.
It was motivation to say, you know what, I'm not going to allow no to keep me from, reaching my
Striving,
goal and
striving.
striving.
Yeah,
Exactly.
absolutely.
But you're doing this in an area in a place where some people have turned their backs. And I
Yeah,
hate to say this, but sometimes those people are parents.
yeah, and it sucks.
Yeah.
It does, because there might be a child that really wants to learn, why are you telling me no?
Yeah.
But there might be some parents that are like, no, I don't like you telling my child no, so we're gonna just take them away and we're gonna put them to another
Mhm.
school or another bulldog basketball session.
Mhm.
I've had that. It sucks for that
Mhm.
child,
Mhm.
because I don't need adults trying to depict how they're gonna raise a child. I'm
Mhm.
doing what we all knew as children
Mhm.
from our parents.
Yeah.
We wouldn't be able to have children if we didn't listen to our parents and grandparents.
Yeah.
So I can't, I refuse, I refuse to let any kid underneath my responsibility
Mhm.
feel like they can treat any of anybody
Mhm.
second fiddle.
Mhm.
I don't have time for that.
Mhm.
You know, a lot of times I tell kids during our bulldog basketball sessions,
Yeah.
all right, stop bringing these Crocs. Because for every time that you want to play
Yeah.
basketball,
Yeah.
right? You
Yeah.
want to play
Yeah. Yeah.
basketball. Can you go out there and guard Steph Curry in Crocs?
No, I get it. I get some of these kids come in the weight room sometimes, and they're in soft shoes, as I call them,
They
or
about to
some
lose a
Crocs.
toe.
Yeah, they about to lose a toe. Sometimes I'll go around and myself, Coach Mack, and a few others. We'll go step on their foot just to say, again, where's the tennis shoe? When are you going to take it serious?
When are you going to try to take it
That
serious?
part. That part.
Because you can take it serious, but as long as you know you have someone older than you
Yeah.
that's going to get into a coach's face, when the coach should be probably like,
Yeah.
okay, you know what? Take your son somewhere
Yeah.
else. Which a lot of coaches should do,
Yeah.
because we are not wasting time. And like I said, like we talked off air,
Yeah.
I'm a volunteer.
Yeah.
I'm not a coach this year until track season pops up.
Mm.
But I be damned
Yeah.
if I'm gonna coach.
Mm.
I don't have time for the I can't or I don't. No, what are we talking about?
Yeah.
You go around this entire school telling us and these other classmates that you're this, you're that, you're the third, you're the fourth option, you're the greatest person.
Mm.
But I asked you to give me 15 push-ups on
Mm.
command. I asked you to give me 15 push-ups on command,
Man.
and you can't do it.
Yeah.
If I was a real coach, right?
Oh yeah.
If I was a high school coach, what do you think me as a high school coach would tell you? Hey, call your mama, call your daddy, tell them to come pick you up. You out of practice, you probably off the team, and then your mom and daddy can come talk to me. And I'll be like, look at the grades, look at the attendance, look at the tardies, and we haven't even touched the athletic ability that he may or may not have.
Mhm.
I want to be that coach to show them what D1 talent looks like.
Yeah. You you touch a subject that I believe is one of the reasons why our kids make the decisions they make. When people see what they see on TV,
Mhm.
they see the LeBrons, they see
Steph
Steph Curry, they see
Curry's.
all these. One of the questions I ask these kids all the time, I say, "Do you know the story?"
Huh. Huh.
They don't know the story.
They never do.
They don't know where they come from. They don't know
They
the
don't know
struggle,
what it took.
what it took.
Yeah.
Exactly. We talk about these professional teams, and often I resort back to a lot of these kids. I say, go YouTube this player,
Mhm.
YouTube this guy, find out who Deion Sanders really was.
Yeah.
Find out, Fort Myers. This kid was always practicing, always challenging,
Yeah.
challenging the best
Himself.
himself. Exactly, he was the best. So he said, "How do I challenge myself?" Well, if I got this today, I'm gonna get this tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm gonna beat myself. I'm gonna beat the past self. That's what he used to say all the time. And something like that is that type of mentality that keeps you. It keeps you going.
Yeah.
Um, here we are because again, this show. I mean, community partnerships of the Ozarks. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Because the whole vibe, the whole background of this show is gun violence reduction. And when you look at gun violence reduction, you got to put in this part of the formula, the mental.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You got to say, okay, what am I doing to keep these young men from wanting to go pick up a gun or
Yeah.
go think about playing with a gun or taking a life or just in general shooting? And I say shooting because it's getting crazy. People just shoot up in the air, and what happens? The bullet got to come down, and it ends up hurting somebody.
And
Yeah.
bullets have no names.
And bullets have no names. I hate to take you back, man, but I remember.
I'm here, man. I'm here.
I remember this because it was 2010 when Miami Central, my high school, they went to the state championship. This real
Yep.
talk. Um,
Yeah, y'all beat it. Yeah,
Yeah, you remember that
Yeah,
game?
y'all beat it. Yeah.
Yeah.
We won't have to talk about
we
that.
want to talk about that?
No, we ain't gotta talk
All
about
right.
that.
It was around 2010. A couple years before that, we was there as well. I wasn't on staff at the time, but I was a big supporter. But there was some some things that went on at a couple high schools there.
Yep.
There were some shootings.
Yeah.
One took out an athlete. The other one took out, and I call her athlete. It was a cheerleader as well. Two major schools,
Yeah.
but it really affected the community because they were so next to each other. And I think about how it affected the community because for weeks they kept saying their name. They kept saying their name. Now, this was that time where around the Trayvon Martin situation, I was big on that. Matter of fact,
Yeah.
Trayvon wasn't one of my students. He was real talk. Um, he was one of my students in the summer camp program. Shout out to his parents.
Shout out to the
Obviously,
Martin family, man, for
man,
sure, for
big
sure.
time, big time.
For sure, for
Um,
sure.
During that time, there were so many youth that were affected by the outcome. And it takes me back now to now. A couple years ago, here in this community, a young man was shot, killed.
Yep.
Went to Parkview High School,
Yeah.
to be exact. And I saw a community come together.
Yeah.
I saw people from all over the city, Parkview, Central, Kickapoo, all five high schools and some of the privates. They came together. But at the end of the day, there was no solution.
Damn.
There was countless. I believe I read this correctly. In the weeks to come and thereon, there were continuous gunfire. There were shootings. There was people finding guns, on campuses. There were situations to where now teachers and coaches are coming together and they're trying to figure out how is it that I can be an influence to these kids to make them not want to take those actions. I wasn't coaching at that time, but I was teaching.
It was
TK, what take me back to that because I know you were involved in the community at that time. I know you had students that you was working with. What was these kids talking to you about?
Mm. So it was, and we're talking about here. Um, I would tell you this much, man. It's hard to get kids
Mhm.
to open up their heart when they know it's barbershop talk.
Yeah.
I'm just having barbershop talk. I've already gotten the emails from your teachers in homeroom at 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning before I'm even going to go to any school.
Yeah.
I'm already knowing what you did and didn't do. You didn't turn in an assignment. You got mad because you got called out on it. Now, guess what? Now you're cussing back. Now you're in ISS. So it's hard. It's not hard. I take that back. It's not hard. When seeing kids that literally they don't know who to trust,
Right.
They don't know what adult to trust
I'm gonna stop you right there because here's the question: who else needs to be involved in this formula? Because if you're a teacher and you're a coach, I'm a teacher, I'm a
I'm
coach.
picking up what you're
We got
throwing down.
community, you got businesses, you got community leaders who are involved.
Yeah,
What's missing in there?
the parents.
Come on now.
It wasn't even a shell shock. The parents, and it sucks that I have to call y'all out because some of y'all might be a little older than me.
Yeah.
By like 2 or 3 years. We can't have babies raising babies. Like
Okay.
tighten up, parents, especially up here.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you're only black or if you're biracial or if you're white. Everybody deals with trials and tribulations. Y'all got to make sure your children stay afloat.
So we calling a spade a spade?
We gotta. I don't ever call a spade a joker.
Oh, come on now.
I call a spade from the get go. Parents, if y'all listen to any of these podcasts and episodes, y'all really need to be putting BTA. Like, stop doing the 6-7 stuff. Because you don't realize that that song is about a gang shooting another gang.
That's facts.
And you're letting your children do this in school.
Yeah.
And I've had to talk to parents and teachers at multiple schools and had to walk them through the lyrics.
Yeah. I saw it on a celebration with one of my players one time. And immediately, you know, you want to coach them off the field like, hey, this is what you got to do right. But then you're talking about the gesture that they made.
Stop.
I mean, I feel what you're saying. So here it is. Because we're
Hold on 1 second.
Go for it.
Coaches, stop letting your players on football, volleyball, basketball, and all that walk around with a belt and start smacking other players' behinds while you're giving good games.
Come on,
stop
man.
doing that. You're good.
Wow.
You're looking for a fight.
Wow.
You're looking for drama for no reason.
Wow.
Stop doing that. Like on some real stuff. Stop doing that.
Yeah.
If your athletes say 6-7, they need to not say that no more. Because they don't know what they're talking about. I kind of had to tell a whole bunch of kids yesterday at the teen center.
Yeah.
Off of Grant. Stop false claiming. Stop false claiming, bro.
Yeah.
You might end up not awake. Yeah. And that's just me being the big brother for you guys and girls because y'all just doing a bunch of stuff for the fashion and stop that, bro.
Yeah.
Like stop it, bro.
Man,
That's
guys,
good though. I like the fact that you're not sugarcoating it because, like you said, a lot of I about to say my partner's niece. She's like what 5, and she's saying 6-7 stuff.
Are you serious?
And,
5?
yeah, she's 5. That's what I'm saying. You know, a lot of the stuff that kids are influenced off is off what's trending on TikTok and everything. Yeah. But for them to actually know what it is that they're talking about or representing plays a big factor because you could be sitting here doing like there was another one. It was called like the naughty dance or something. And I had to tell one of my friends, I was like, do you know where that dance came from? They were mocking a kid getting stabbed in New York. You know, so like that's like you're doing it and you don't even know the reason for it.
You know, we got to stop these challenges. There's so many. Don't get me wrong. There's social media challenges that go on. I admit there's some fun ones. There's some ones that you want to do, and they're fun, family fun. But then there's some that are so degrading. Yeah. And I've seen some that have picked on kids with disabilities. Yeah. I mean, real talk. And I'm not saying anybody's an open game. Obviously, in this world, it seems like it is. But at the end of the day, we got to really think about who we're talking about, who we're talking to. The political aspect of it right now. I'm tired of it on the political side.
Oh my God.
You know, somebody asked me the other day. They said, what party do you roll with? I said, I don't.
It's the party that keeps happiness.
Yeah,
and healthy human Americans. What?
It's funny because I vote. Yeah, I go vote. I exercise my right to vote. But when I vote who is actually helping my community, who is helping my community, the community that I can touch, the community that I can be a part of. And at the end of the day, we sit here and again, the whole premise of the show is talking about coaching through adversities. Yes, we have a coach here. I'm a coach. At the end of the day, we're all coaches in a way, but at the end of the day, do we have to go? And here's the question, TK. do we have to go back to basics?
What are the basics?
Well, here's the thing. One of the things that we talk about when we coach is in a position, we talk about first thing is stance. So my question is, where do we stand so that we can be effective? So with these kids, where do we stand?
This is what I'll say when it comes to that. We have to have a consistency of athletes. We can't go on a football team and have 17, 18 players thinking that we can make it through an entire 6-game season.
Mm-hmm.
So there has to be something that correlates with the athlete and the coach. That has to be there in order for that child to say, I'm going to go to practice every day. Because of some reason, I may hate Coach TK.
Yeah.
I don't like when Coach TK tells us to bear crawl. But because of the fact, and you know, let's piggyback off of the fact that, you know, I coach at Pipkin and I coach at Westport. So we have that group together. Right now we have 18 kids.
Yeah.
I don't feel comfortable having 18 kids for the last 2 weeks of school and football.
Yeah.
5 of them get gone, then guess what? Now we got people playing both ways in 1 week.
I think you're gonna have the pandemic that we just had over at Central.
I don't know.
I mean, I'm just being real.
I don't
the number game.
Exactly.
They call it.
I don't want to play the number game. I want to be able to know I got 35 kids every day at practice. I just need 35. I'll figure out where it goes.
So you say 35.
Give me 40. Give me 40. Give me 40. Give me 40.
Coach. So here's the thing, and I'm gonna be 100. You know, there is an opportunity right now that I know for me, and I'm hoping that this works out, that I will be able to have the AD in house for the city. We're talking about Josh Scott, and here's why. Because it is a numbers game when we start talking about each school.
Yeah.
Why are kids? And this is not just at Central. There are a lot of kids around this city right now,
It's
and
everywhere.
several programs around the state who are losing children to athletics.
Yep.
Because they're from being able to be athletic, I say, because something in the street, something in this world, something in this social vibe is telling them that, hey, it's A-okay for you to not be part of the norm. Okay, let's be real.
I'll take that back. It's not the norm to be an athlete anymore.
What? No, exactly.
And that's the crazy part.
What the norm is?
The norm is, yeah, I have all these attributes.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go kick it with. I'm gonna go kick it with my friends.
I know this is far fetched, but how does the NIL affect kids, even with the kids that you coach?
I had an NIL, well, not had an NIL kid, but there was a kid that during our track season, he ran with a GoPro strapped up to him.
Wow.
Yeah. Because apparently, from what I've heard from the ADs around here is, yeah, middle schoolers can go ahead and have NIL deals.
Yeah. I mean, it's across the country.
Down to middle schoolers?
Middle school.
Yeah. There's kids that's 14 years old. There's a kid actually was on ESPN the other day.
Talking
He
about
has
Big Gronk.
You already know.
Yeah, Big Gronk.
Big Gronk.
I think my brother.
He's a million. He's a millionaire.
Yeah, he hasn't even had puberty yet.
Yeah.
Hasn't even. I don't even think he's kissed a girl. Sorry.
Oh my God.
Sorry, but I had.
So wait a minute. You were saying that your brother was what?
Oh, both of my brothers play basketball, and I think one of them he has an NIL with the school he goes to now.
Wow. Wow. I'm not gonna lie. I'm little J because there wasn't no NIL deal situation when I was in college.
Yeah.
I look at some opportunities. That I support, like in the All-Star game. At one time when I coming out of high school, I was like, okay, this person support me, this person support me, but it wasn't no money. Yeah. It was a free sandwich here.
you get a Nike bag here and there.
You got that too?
No, I ain't get that.
No, okay.
I
got a Nike bag. I ain't gonna lie.
I didn't go to the Spark camps. The only time that I was ever even acknowledged, in any sport that I did,
Yeah.
it was the moment that my sophomore summer going into my junior year, I started running faster than my senior receivers and
Yeah.
DBs. That was it. I did not have any offers from any from high school. I had no offers from any college for
Right.
football.
Right.
FSU, they gave me a what, 6,400,
Yeah.
but also I had to pay. I have to pay to get in there.
Yeah. In private school, just costing like 30 something
Oh,
thousand
it was
dollars
30. It was
a
36.
year. You
Yeah,
know.
36. No. 36. Yeah, a year. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I know.
So
I
in
remember.
between the semesters, you got
Yeah.
my mom is paying this, that, and the third. And it was because, like you said, I was terrible when it came to standardized testing.
Mm-mm.
Don't give me that FCAT. I get bored. That standardized testing for everyone that if you're a child that does this MCAT stuff and all that,
Yeah.
take it serious. Like for
Yeah.
real.
Yeah.
It might be the worst, 8.5 hours you ever have to deal with, but forget that. Get it done.
It was so interesting. You say that I was the area coordinator for the FCAT,
Oh boy,
and
I would have hated you, but I
so
ain't gonna
so
lie.
so so no real talk. So Florida Comprehension and Achievement Test, and so
Yep.
I literally went around to I had 11 schools that I had to make sure.
Name 3 of them.
Well, you really want me to go there?
I mean,
Booker T.
I already know. I already know BT. I
You
already
got
know
BT.
Central. I already
You
know
got Central. You already
Northwestern.
know that. I got Miami Highly and Miami Lakes.
Ooh, MHL.
MHL. Yeah, yeah. Carroll City, which obviously you know
Yeah.
that was part of North Miami.
Yeah, Norman
Yeah,
NMB.
yeah,
Yeah.
and
Oh
MB.
my gosh.
Yeah.
Man, I just found my big uncle, man. Goodness, bro. This is the coolest. This is the coolest part, man. Like,
But here's the thing, and of course, when I changed position, I had some of the middle schools, T.J. Thomas Jefferson, one of the worst. But at the end of the day,
I mean, hey,
I know I really
if
had to fight my way out of the school one day.
you,
It was a riot. I
yeah,
had in order to leave the school, I had to find my way out.
we didn't
But
play in Miami.
man, no,
We
y'all
didn't
didn't.
play down south. We didn't
No,
play,
y'all
and it's
didn't.
unfortunate. We learned our lessons as we grew, but we didn't. We yeah.
TK, talk to me this man. Say this because I know we're close to we're close to allowing this show to end just for the night, but
What
it
you
is what
got?
it is. We gotta do what we gotta do. But TK, we talk about coaching through adversities. When did you realize that as a coach or as a mentor? Because I do want to talk about that aspect that you had something and that something was solid, but also it was transparent.
Wow. I gotta go back to Fred Foyle.
Yeah.
I gotta go back to Coach Foyle.
Yeah.
It happened when I was coaching my very first year. So we're talking about 4.5 years ago.
Yeah.
Track.
Yeah.
Had a great head coach, Deb Finney. Shout out to Miss Finney.
Yeah.
Love her to death. But when I got to see one of my sprinters,
Mhm.
every track meet drop 0.5.
Yeah.
I kind of said, shit, I got something.
Yeah. Results,
And
outcomes.
and a lot of the times I think about you all the time, Foyo. I do a lot of my workouts that I used to do
Mm-hmm.
in high school for my middle school kids because it's the easiest way to do it.
Yeah.
But also, if middle school kids can't do 10 push-ups and hold their weight up,
Yeah.
don't cap in your rap.
Yeah.
Stop doing that. Like, stop lying to yourself.
Mhm.
Parents can't tell you Santa Claus isn't real all the time.
That part.
Parents can tell you, hey, this ain't you missing layups.
Yeah.
But the one thing that I care about when I do coach is, can I help you be better? And I don't want you thinking that just being better is when you see Coach TK, because I'm not your teacher.
Mhm.
I have no control over your grades.
Mhm.
So you better respect those teachers and that administrative in that school more than you do me. I'd rather you cuss me out than you cuss the teachers out.
Wow.
I'd rather
That's
take
real
that
talk.
bullet
That's real talk.
because they have control of your entire grades.
Yeah.
And especially with the idea of kids might have to take the same grade again, same course again.
Yeah.
You better stop
Stop playing around.
Try Jesus and don't try us. We ain't got time for that.
I was gonna
I like that.
I was gonna say something
Yeah,
in
please.
regards to. I know my voice is quiet.
You
So
got
I
a
got
question?
yeah. Well, not well. It was more like a statement to what you
Right.
said because, like I said, my brothers play basketball. I've been watching them play basketball since they could pick up a ball,
Right.
and one of the things because like the way you talk about how passionate you are about coaching and how much that you put into the kids that you work with is something that I can already, I don't have to be there to see the impact, but I can kind of hear it in the way that you talk about it because watching my brothers as they were growing up and they were doing AAU and we going all the way to a whole nother state for them
Yeah.
to play in tournaments and they're getting invited to camps and tournaments with other teams. And the more I saw them wanting to step out on their own time to get up at 7 a.m. and go run around the neighborhood and, go shooting, go shoot free throws and stuff. And like my dad was there a lot because he helped coach, help coach them and everything.
Yeah.
And after a while, it was, my dad was the one that was really pushing them. But there was like a transition moment where it was like them themselves wanted to be the ones to get themselves up
Push
early,
themselves,
go
accountability.
dribble,
I like that. Yeah,
go
yeah.
work out.
Yeah.
They'll go work out with their friends. And it's like, that just speaks to how much of an impact that has because they have to want it for themselves at the end of the
That part.
day.
You got to distance yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, and not to cut you off, but what you
No,
said
yeah.
is so on point.
Yeah.
Because at some point in time, you have to separate yourself from the norm or separate yourself from the indifferences
Yeah.
that keep you, let's say, keep you steady.
Yeah, because like you said earlier, they look up to all these big, great athletes, and it's like, okay, they don't know what it took.
That part.
And if they see that, they're getting up at this time to go work out, and they may follow some players from another school and see that, oh, they're not doing this, and then they get spanked.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They whoop that team and they be like, oh, well,
Yeah,
I see what we're doing and what you're not doing,
Man.
and the difference that,
Don't be
it
stagnant.
has.
That
Yeah.
part.
You have no chance to be stagnant. And, I mean, I love what I get to do.
Mm.
I like that.
I get to not change the dialect or the idea of these young men or young women,
But you probably are.
but I just want to be the bumpers in a bowling alley.
Ooh, I like that. That's
That's
interesting.
good.
I just want to be the bumpers.
Yeah. You're still guiding them. You're
Yeah.
still guiding them. Yeah.
You throw it to your left, throw it to your right, boom, boom, boom. But guess what? I'm gonna as long as you're wanting to work together,
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you everything I got.
Hey, y'all, listen. You've been listening to the Lock and Loaded Show. I'm only one half of the dynamic duo. I'm Brother Mays. That's Jace, Janae.
We
Hey,
here.
special guest in the house. We've been talking to him.
Love you guys, man.
Tyrell Hemingway, a.k.a. Coach TK.
Coach, I just want to tell you, thank you so much for putting me out here and giving me this opportunity to speak about anything.
It was time. It was time. I remember before we started this show, I kept saying to myself, I said, what subjects, what guest will immediately walk in here and make a difference? And I remember my son saying to me, Dad, Coach really taught me something about myself. Now, I told you earlier. I told you. No, real talk. I told you earlier. I'll tell you what he's doing now.
You better take those
Yeah,
flowers.
I want to know how my nephew doing, man. School done started. I've been wanting to bother you and ask him how he doing. What we going on?
So
with?
he was big on basketball and still big on basketball.
Yeah.
Played not this last year, but the year before he played on a traveling team, DC Kings. Shout out to DC Kings, Coach Bill. Everybody you already know. And he was expected to come back and do the same, but he got involved into MMA. He got involved in the boxing.
Get out of town.
And before he even came to you, he was already doing boxing back in Miami at a gym there in the Coral Springs, because that's
Yeah,
where we was
Coral
living.
Springs. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
that's where we was
Wow,
living.
man. We probably related. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
you
We're
know what?
related.
You know what's funny?
We're
I lived
related.
in Coral Springs, right? Real talk. That's where his mom and I
You know,
we divorced.
sunshine.
What? Come on now.
Yeah, exactly. Yep, 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 yep,
Man,
yep.
we're gonna talk off there.
Yeah, we
Uh, you know who was actually lived right behind us? Who actually lived on the next block over, and his daughters were actually real close to uh, my daughter at
not
the time.
roll. Not roll.
Nah, I'm talking. No, we talking boxing now.
Yeah, we talking
I'm talking.
boxing.
I'm talking. I'm talking.
You talking about Diddy?
No, God rest his soul. I'm talking about the one and only you, big. Oh my God, big dude. Used to do all the street fights in Miami.
Kimbo.
Kimbo, yeah,
Ferg.
Slice, man.
Ferg. All the
Yeah,
way in Peron.
there you go. Right, yeah, you already know. He came from the P. So he was actually my neighbor. I mean, I don't want to say neighbor, but he just a few blocks over, and we would see each other in the Publix. Like y'all don't know what Publix is.
Yeah, yeah.
That's like our Dillards here.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's y'all
What we
what
call
price
price
cutters
cutters. There you go.
I
and
was
yeah.
just having this conversation with someone the other day. I'm like, y'all missing a lot of stores that we.
You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
Publix has
Publix
the
got the
best
best
chicken
sandwiches.
wings. They got the
The
best
best sandwiches.
sandwiches. They got the
Oh,
best
Subway, y'all ain't
sushi. They
Subway.
got
Y'all have
oh,
nothing on
I'm just letting you know, Publix
Publix.
has everything for you.
Yes. Now
Where shopping is a
You know what?
pleasure.
You know what? I can have to give credit where credit due. Hy-Vee has styled themselves a little bit like
They picked it
Publix.
up.
They picked it up,
They picked it
but
up.
they still ain't got them sandwiches.
No.
Anyway, at the end of the day, y'all, real talk. Kimbo Slice was I would see him in the store getting his food all the time and everything we talked. He actually spoke at a mentorship program that I was running there in Cold Springs at one time and everything. But the real talk, to get back to what I was saying about my son, he decided that that's what he really wanted to do. So the training that you was doing with him, making him faster, making him quicker, making him more agile, got him ready for this MMA camp that he went back to. My son's a 3.7 GPA average. I mean, the kid, he's
And that's
smart.
what matters.
He's smart.
That's what
I didn't
matters.
I didn't ask him to follow me in, with football. He
Right.
wanted to, but his mom is from Jamaica, man.
Okay.
She wanted that type of football out of him, but he said no to that. He tried a couple other things, but really, real talk, he has a love for MMA. And so now, here it is. He's preparing himself for an actual match. And, so he don't know this, but I'm gonna make that surprise visit. Watch him. I told him this in the beginning.
That's
I
nice.
said because we were having a conversation. I said, "Man, who you think really prepared you so far?" And one of the things out of his mouth was, "Man, coach, Coach TK. He put it on me. He let me know that I had to do it for myself." And I'm sitting back here saying to myself, "I'm his dad.
You
I'm
been
a
saying
coach. I've been
it.
saying this all this time."
Oh
But you
my
know how they say you got to go outside the house
Yeah,
to,
yeah,
to, to hear the same thing.
yeah.
I was
yeah,
so glad that he was saying the same thing, but in a different way to
yeah.
where he could understand. And so at the end of the day, man, I thank you because what you've done for my son and what you're doing for these kids, you're connecting the missing pieces. So, bruh, real talk. Hey, y'all, I appreciate this man coming on the show, but I appreciate what he's doing. Recognize him. He's coming up here in the Ozarks, the 417. He's making some real dents in places where that need to be dented. And hey, man, anything you want to say? Any shout outs you want to give?
First of all, I just want to give a shout out to CPO,
Mhm.
especially giving me this opportunity to platform Coach TK, Camp TK,
There you go.
Bulldog basketball. But also, I want to give a shout out to my mom. I want to give a shout out to my dad. I want to give a shout out to my sister, my sisters, my
Right.
grandparents. Man, honestly, man, I told you we gonna have to make it work. We're gonna have to make it shake like butt cheeks or something. I
Woo,
don't
boy,
know,
you
man.
talking.
But I'm not done.
You
And
talking.
all I can tell you is that like, comment, and subscribe, bro, for the lock and loaded. This ain't the first one, and it ain't the last one. We're here to do something great,
Man, I appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, for
and I can
sure.
only appreciate Coach here and Jace as well, man. Like, this is an opportunity that I didn't ever think I was gonna do. And if I can do this again every day or every week, yeah. And also get back to Central, bro.
Mm.
Get back to Central. yeah, some things go up and down like a roller coaster. Get back to Central. Let's make it popping, man. Let's figure out how we can make this football team as well. And we ain't talk about it. This is also an opportunity having the football teams be around.
Yeah.
So the women, the young ladies at Central can have the step program. You know what I
It
mean?
even goes beyond that. We got the kilties.
The Kilties as
You got
well.
all the band itself. You got
Yeah,
all these
man.
different activities that have the platform of football games
Yeah.
to be able to showcase
Yeah, that
themselves.
impacts so much more.
Impacts so much more. It's a domino effect. You know what? It's another show.
Yeah,
We'll talk about it.
for sure.
Hopefully, we can get Josh, obviously Josh Scott, in here. I actually, one thing I will say this: he listened, and I appreciate him for listening. And I hope that it comes down to where he is a new guest on our show, to where we can talk about these things, because I think he's starting to get to understand that it takes more than the administration to make this right. But with that being said, guys, you are looking and listening. Again,
Yeah,
looking
looking.
and listening to the Lock and Loaded Show. I'm only one half of the Lock and Loaded Show. And I wanted to give these shout outs because there's a couple things going on. I'm going on my page here. You listen, y'all. We got a couple things that are going on here. And if you would, please support Sugar Man. Sugar Man. He's got a comedy show coming up here in a few weeks.
Better get there.
That's right. You got to go check him out, Sugar Man. Uh, the Melody Room, Safe Haven 2,
Yes.
Thursday, November 13th.
13th of November.
Okay,
Get
you
there.
got to get there. Talking about gun violence, reduction. You got to get there. Got my man Sam Timmerman is hosting. All right, many special guests in the house. Jace, you own the ticket.
Oh yeah.
Uh-oh.
You own
Uh-oh.
the ticket.
You ain't said nothing?
You know what I'm saying?
What's the promotion like? Come
You know
on
what
now.
I'm saying? I mean,
I'm helping Sam. We're putting the show together.
there you go. There you
Okay.
go.
Okay. I'll
Actually.
clock it.
Yeah,
I'll clock
yeah.
Hey,
it.
there you
Yeah,
go.
there we go.
So we got the
We're gonna
Safe Haven.
put the flyers up on the screen as well for y'all to see. So y'all can
Hey,
Flyers
see.
on
I
the screen.
appreciate
Yeah.
that. I've been throwing them up there myself. We also I got to give it out to my brothers, my Alpha brothers. We got street cleanup coming up here October 25th. Dr. Street, Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity, similar New Lambda chapter, all the way. That's right, brother. You know what? I told you.
We'll
It's
talk
all right.
after
We'll
the
talk. We'll
cameras. We'll talk
talk.
after the cameras,
Yeah, we're
man.
doing
It's
a
all
street
right.
cleanup right there in the neighborhood, right off of Broadway.
Or you said off of Broadway.
Off of Broadway. If you want to park and meet at the Freedom City Church. That's going to be October 25th.
25.
Okay, excuse me, Saturday, October 25th at 9 a.m. Got another thing coming up dealing with gun violence reduction. Let me get that straight. Uh, let's see here, because I did pump it out
Make sure you
there.
guys, like parent wise, man,
Yeah.
put the guns away.
Yes.
Like on some real stuff. Put them away.
Thank you.
There's
Thank
no
you.
excuse or a reason to it. Put them away, please. We don't need that, especially here. Put them away.
That part right there. Listen, guys, we talking about it, but here's the thing: there is a gun violence forum coming up November 5th. There we go,
Okay.
November 5th. All right, and it's going to have some special guests like Chief Williams in the house. We got other special guests. I want you to stay tuned. We're going to be talking more about it. Be looking on our Lock and Loaded page, obviously on Facebook, and we're coming. We got a lot more coming. You see, we're visual. Got some artists. They're gonna be on here in the next few weeks. I know you love the musical vibe. Hey, Jace is already one of those artists. But at the end of the day, we rocking it. Jace, anything you want to say before we go?
Thank you for tuning in.
There you
Check us
go.
out on the next episode.
There you go. Hey, y'all. I'm only one half. I'm Brother Mays of the Lock and Loaded Show. Peace.